Can Dennis Berinchyk at any point of the fight defend himself against combinations this fast and this blistering? That's kind of what we want to figure out. I think most people are in the camp believing that this is going to be I don't want to say an easy fight, but it's pretty clear that Keyshawn Davis is the favorite for a reason. And I guess what we're trying to figure out is, in my opinion, whether or not Berinchyk is going to survive the 12 round affair, in my opinion. So we're going to be taking a look at some clips just real quick. But this move here, the leaping shot here from his opponent, he's able to kind of pull it and come back with the rear hand here. This is, I think, may going to wind up being almost the move of the fight. Okay, we got Davis here leashing, pulling off the line here. Again, there's space there to follow up after his opponent does a move and kind of follows him in. Boom, boom, boom. But any time at which his opponent is following him around, he can go from leashing and circling into a vicious combination like that, or like the one that we saw at the beginning of the clip. Now, jab here goes to the body a lot. For whatever reason, Keyshawn Davis likes this move, bodying up and like trying to hold and defend this like that. It's actually not a good strategy because he's usually the guy at advantage, right? He's usually the guy, again, a little spin move here. Dennis Berinchyk has his own little version of this little fake move, but we can see him almost getting hit here, almost horseshoes and hand grenades, different timings, different whatever. But it's not really a real move. Pulling, again, boom, catching this guy again. And we're going to see why this is important with Dennis Berinchyk because of Dennis Berincyk's style. But again, the guy coming forward, here's another little fake move here. Boom, trying to skate off to the side here. Again, when we take a look at Dennis Berinchyk, we're going to see that he's kind of a momentumous-based fighter. Now, jumping back on the line, boom, boom. He throws a punch here, blocks this shot, and then meets him on the line with the left hook here. This is a very, very, very fast left hook. Gets crouched, gets his opponent to react to something, and just smashes him with this left hook. Really, really, really fast, really accurate, really sharp. And this is really important because I don't think that Dennis Berinchyk blocks punches super well or catches jabs very well either. And it's going to be very difficult to know if he's going to be blasting punches like this combination here, boom, 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 when he knows he's got the guy hurt, because he can do this at any point in the fight. He doesn't even have to wait till Dennis Berinchyk is hurt, till Dennis Berinchyk slows down. He doesn't have to wait. But what I want you guys to focus on right now is Dennis Berincyk's rhythm. Okay, he likes to bounce in and out like, Alexander Usyk does a little bit. Now he throws that shot. Look at him shift forward here. This shifting forward is very, very, very important for the overall flow of the fight because that means that anytime that Dennis Berinchyk, almost anytime, he lets his weight go and he throws a shot at his opponent, he's going to be shifting forward into them. And this is one of the ways that he prevents himself from actually getting hit against a low-level guy because he's going to hit them, move them around, make them interact with his shot, and then body up with them. But as we can see here, even Ivan Mendy, catching him with the shot on the inside over the top. Again, Dennis Berinchyk doesn't really block punches, doesn't use his hands to do that kind of stuff, even though he has a decent rhythm. Now, take a look at how his bouncing around makes him really predictable for Mendy here to time on the front foot. And again, bouncing. Pendulum step, getting to the front foot. Very easy to time, very easy to see, very easy to read. And then again, continues coming forward, he only has this kind of bouncing like motion, right? Coming in with the stepping jab, which will be very, very easy for somebody like Keyshawn Davis to time. Now, take a look at this again. One of the big flaws, boom, he's throwing the one. Take a look at the two, he's going to throw that. But what I want you guys to really, really focus on here is his back foot here. Okay, you guys see his back foot. Look at how it's kind of drifting into this punch here. We can tell it has bad mechanics. He doesn't use his whole structure. He doesn't even use that back foot at all to throw the punch. And then he has no post-punch defense. Okay, now as we saw with Keyshawn Davis, he's very explosive. He can just throw into crazy combination at any time. These types of things, chasing his opponents down, even when he didn't have the momentum, he's still kind of drifting into that shot and doesn't wind up being able to get off the line. This is very, very, very bad news against somebody like Davis, who's extremely explosive. Now, he defends that shot, gets under it, pendulums onto the guy's line with no attacks, gets on the line, throws a combination, whack, and getting hit here. Again, he's not really fast, okay? Dennis Berinchyk, and he throws this little combination here. His hands aren't really quick, not even close to Keyshawn Davis. Now, again, another one of these little sequences, very common for him because he's always bouncing, because he's always in and out. When he throws the shot, he continues to drive his momentum forward, penduluming forward, which will again make him very vulnerable for that pull style move that Keyshawn Davis likes to do. Now, again, 2-1, lunging forward, he has to. He has no choice. He can't actually fight at this speed without lunging in. And again, I think that's going to make him very vulnerable to Keyshawn Davis, especially because Keyshawn Davis is so explosive. He's taller. He has the reach advantage. And again, look at the bouncing in and out, in and out. But he's not really doing all that much. Look at how much he tries to feint that shot, right? Trying to get value out of that, but he doesn't always get it. Bounce, bounce. And then again, what kind of moves does he have when he gets there? He has a 2-3-ish thing here as he pulls off the line. Not bad. He does this move kind of a couple times, puts his head down, touches the line twice, and then peels. Not bad. And then he's going to go right into something that's not nearly as good. Again, bouncing in. Slips to the front foot. Again, pendulum jab here. Shifting forward off of this 2. Gets controlled. And, again, Ivan Mendy, not a great striker. But, again, shifting forward into this position, being forced to continue engaging after he already did the thing that's like the most scary thing to do, is bring your weight to your opponent in the first place, right? But, yes, he gets forced to do it, shifting forward without any punches. Now, again, coming forward, feinting. Boom. Now, this is extremely bad for him because, again, I don't think that he uses all of his rhythm, all of his timing, all of his guard correctly. And because he's always bouncing and doing this fake pendulum step, right, this bouncing in and out, the Soviet-style bouncing thing, he's going to be very easy to time. And that's even worse if you're fighting a guy who's taller than you. Okay, now, again, what's his reaction after he gets hit by that shot? Fall in. Fall in. Right? And again, as he continues falling in, this is going to wind up being a massive amount of offense for him sometimes, but also the much more powerful and hard-hitting Keyshawn Davis. Now, again, this is going to be a very interesting move because watch him jab here and pendulum in. Right? This is going to be one of those moves, again, very similar to the one at the beginning where he catches Limos and drops him, but he's going to be forced to be penduluming over that shoulder. And again, this clip is not a clip here. What I want you guys to take a look at, again, when we take a look at whether we think Denis Berinchyk can even win the fight, this is a fight that he's winning, and he's only landing 10 punches per round. Okay? 10, 10, 7, 11, 8, 10, 10. In a fight that he's winning. And I just don't think that there's a universe in which he's going to be able to land this few amount of punches and stand up and possibly even win a single round against Keyshawn Davis when all Keyshawn Davis has to do is throw and land one combination. One random combination from Keyshawn Davis, and he landed like 10 punches in the round, and like a bunch of them were like little crappy jabs, and like maybe there was like 2 or 3 good right hands, but Keyshawn Davis in the whole 3 minutes landed one rear hand probe that we saw him land on the other guy, and then landed one combination. You're just going to be like, okay, well, we know that's really not, but that's more damage. That's more, these kind of rookie numbers here are not going to do it against Keyshawn Davis, the guy who can circle, who can move around, who punches harder, who's faster, and is at advantage, right? Denis Berinchyk has to come to him. And again, bouncing in, feinting here. Again, this is an all-time great flaw here. You cannot check the line here with your face. Okay, this is going to be one of those things that Davis is going to time him here, and he's going to catch him, and he's going to catch him with a good shot. Again, Davis is very, very, very explosive, but what I want you guys to pay attention to, again, keep going. He doesn't actually do all that much. Shifting forward into that shot, again, getting countered here. Davis is very good at that counter here. Now, he does have some follow-ups after getting hit, right? This will be something that Davis needs to worry about, but also Davis is really good at throwing those 3 and 4 punch combinations. He's really good at exploding and letting those shots go. Now, we got a couple more clips of Davis here that we want to take a look at real quick. Now, this guy gets on the line with him. Boom, steals his jab. Bah, score. Super fast. Lightning quick. Boom. Steals another shot. Again, I don't think Denis Berinchyk is this quick. I don't think he's that sharp and snappy. Boom, stealing this shot again and then being able to get off the line. Getting on the line again, throwing this shot, and what does he do? Off the line, jumps off the line, boom, counter. He doesn't get him here, right? But still is able to avoid the follow-up possibilities from his opponent. Again, this is something that he's doing in the round one. That was stuff that it took a few rounds for Denis Berinchyk to get going to do, right? And again, we can see that this guy is probably a better striker than Denis Berinchyk as well. I think the guy had like 30-something wins with 28 knockouts. One of those very, very common moves from Davis here, that jab to the body. Look at him throw his opponent off the line with this shot here. I think this shot is going to be extremely effective against Berinchyk. Berinchyk is not, he's not a very big guy for the weight division. He doesn't do his sit-ups. Now he just threw a jab to the body, and you guys see him throw his jab to the body here. He's going to stick it out, whoop, give him a little click, and then he's going to give him another one. Ha! What do you think about that? As he feints low, and he's going to do the same thing. Goes low here, boom, and then tries to shoot that shot right over the top. Very, very, very quick. And again, you just never know when Davis is going to go from offense to defense. Kind of you do. You'll get a sense for it. If you're fighting him, when you're in there with him, you'll know. Again, boom. Again, very, very difficult to hit. I'm not sure where Berinchyk is going to find time on the inside here to beat Davis. I think Davis is going to be too crafty on the outside. It's going to be too hard for him to go forward. And again, he's going to be doing the bouncing stuff, and Davis is just walking away from him. Okay, I don't think he's going to be the one chasing, right? But look at how easy it is for him to leash, right? Circling, boom, control, boom, boom, hits him with a 1-2. Now, very, very, very versatile. Moving back. Gets to the front foot. His opponent tries to explode into a left uppercut. He rips his head out of the line and throws a left hook to counter. So in the last sequence, he controlled him with a leash and then stepped off the line and hit him with a 1-2. And this one, he opened up with a left hook. Very versatile, right? Different ways to defend his line as he's circling, moving around. I think that'll be very difficult for the bladed karate style of jumping back and forth. He's not going to be able to cross the line. He's not going to be able to do stuff like get him out of position. And then again, he's going to have to sacrifice his position to lunge at his opponent. And look at this at the end of the second round. He's catching him with this shot here. A very, very, very good shot. Boom. Control. And then jab to the body. Again, so much variation. This is going to be very difficult, especially, again, for the very low-scoring Berinchyk, right? Berinchyk, if he's only scoring 10 punches a round and, 4 or 5 times in the round, he's getting free jabs to the body like that, big shots, that's already half of his scoring profile already, right? From a jab to the body that he's not going to be able to interact with very well, Now slipping to the front foot, that stepping jab, again, karate style. Denis Berinchyk has the same style. Boom, counters him with an uppercut from that position. Pulls off the line. Easily moving off the line from those shots. Kind of getting caught with the second one, but he didn't have to. It's just poor technique, but he could have also just followed up and started fighting. I don't think he was taxed at all. Now controlling, leashing, stepping in with the hook. Hook again. Boom, boom. Again, at any point, you go from following this dude around to him throwing a big, crazy, huge combination at you and smashing you with powerful punches. And I just don't think that Denis Berinchyk scoring 10 points per round can win a fight after that happens to him just a couple times. Boom, boom, boom. Another combination here. The guy has no idea what's going to happen. Whack. Gets caught again. Again, how does Denis Berinchyk, no matter what 10 punches he even lands, how does he win after those last 2 sequences? Again, following him around, jab, instead of going to the body here, right? Is he going to think it's a jab to the body? Look at him, trying to parry, boop. Did he think the second one was going to be the jab to the body? Following him around, again, so explosive. Caught him with a hook. He caught him with a hook too. Moving off the line. Penduluming around, getting planted. Faking a 2 to the body, get him to attack this position on the front foot, ripping out, boom, catching him with a huge left hook. Again, he's so quick, setting this huge shot up. He does eat a little bit of a control shot here as they're both wind up setting up the same shot essentially, but Davis landing a huge shot here, And again, I think he's going to be able to walk Denis Berinchyk into some very similar shots as well because Denis Berinchyk doesn't actually block punches. He doesn't actually use his guard at all. So it's going to be a very, very dangerous fight for him. Control, poking him with the jab, right? Easy work. Going low, going high with the hook. Getting out of the corner, control. A little bit, a little excessive there, but just enough to not have to eat any points. Boom. Varies it. His opponent tries to parry that shot, eats a shot, a rear hand, gets off the line. reset, gives him a little bit of a leash here, control. Oh, moves off the line. He doesn't get hit, gets his guard up. Trying to parry the jab, eats the body shot because he's protecting the head. No big deal. His opponent, he could have countered maybe. Get that leash back out there, right? Not getting hit clean, countering that shot. Again, traverses the entire ring, makes it to the back foot, jump off the line, boom! And again, he just has so many different little things that he can do. And Berinchyk is a karate fighter, straight up. Now, Davis is not a karate fighter. However, he has so many more varying openers because he's not jumping in and out of the line, jump in, out, jump out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, and then follow up with the right hand once he's in, and then he has to be jumping because he's throwing all his momentum around, right? But he's going to be very easy, I think, for Davis. Again, so much variation here. It's so explosive. If just this sequence happened right here, just this 10-second clip here happened, what 10 punches does Denis Berinchyk have to land to win that round? Now, again, jumping on the line, boom, 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 boom. Anytime, Davis can open up and do this to Denis Berinchyk, I think. Okay, I don't think that Denis Berinchyk can stop him at all. I think that he's just too explosive, and this is just going to be too easy of a fight, Mostly a mismatch, but there are going to be times where Davis is going to be moving around and he does that stuff where he tries to pivot on the front foot and maybe he gets smacked. If Denis Berinchyk even has good timing, he could even score a knockdown on that. Okay, he could even get a front foot pivot knockdown, not one where he's hurt. It might even be where he gets it and then everyone just goes, no, he wasn't hurt. That was just a really good timed shot while he was on the front foot, while he was on balance. So we're just going to stand him up. No harm, no foul. It could be one of those, right? Where you just don't even give him credit because, he can't. It's the only way it can happen, But Keyshawn Davis is going to smash him and become the next champion. And then there's one less fighter and one less belt for Shakur Stevenson to chase instead of fighting a real fighter.